Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Roseann from Live Fit here with the Lifepro team and the Velocycle to take you through our first ride of our series. Today, we're doing Velocycle 101, the basics of the ride. So welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you're here joining me on social media, whether you're on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. Let me know where you are tuning in from. And if you have a Velocycle, are you riding with me today or are you just checking this out? All our videos all our lives are recorded and everything's on YouTube. We also keep them on the Lifepro VIP page, so you can check it out there. So you'll never miss one of our lives, whether it's from me or Amber or Debbie or any of other people that are demoing products and helping you to get fit and to be stronger and live a healthy, vibrant life. So today it is all about the ride. And, we've got a couple different cardio endurance products from Lifepro, but the Velocycle is totally cool because you get an amazing upper body workout besides a lower body workout. So you see I've got a couple things in my hands and I want to talk to you about. I'll refer to the manual briefly here, then I'll put it away. On page 35 of the manual, it talks about pulse and target heart rate training. And that's pretty important for all of us because whether you're brand new to riding, cardio, or aerobic activity or not, it's really important to understand where you are, how your heart is reacting to your movement. So if you're brand new, we want to keep it on the low range, just get your heart rate up a little bit and then drop it back down. We want to condition your heart because your heart is a muscle just like your bicep. So when you contract your bicep and release it, it's the same thing. You want to get the heart pumping, the muscle contracting and relaxing. I don't want you to work at a place where you're just huffing and puffing constantly. It's important to build an aerobic base. So the chart that's in here will show you based on your age where your heart rate should be. And we've got our heart rate sensors on this product that will give you a fairly good idea of what that actually means, what your heart's doing. It's not an exact thing unless you're actually wearing a strap around your midsection or your arm or, like I have a Wahoo product and it really is a much more accurate product for specific heart rate training and tracking, but this is great to at least give you an idea because it's kind of hard sometimes to know because you might be working really hard because your muscles are burning, but your heart rate hasn't come up yet, or vice versa. Your heart rate's up really high and you don't feel it in your legs because your heart's not conditioned. So that I just want to let you know that you want to really start being aware of that. I'm not going to do a lot of heart rate training in this demo or in this class, but I just want you to be aware of it. Based on my age, it tells me I should be at my conditioning and training at 55% is 88. Now I'm a little more conditioned than that, and I can go at a little bit higher heart rates and lower heart rates, but I like to have the guide, and it tells me for my age I should not go over 155. That's pretty accurate there. So it's good to know we want to get you conditioned. We want to get you fat burning zones are definitely lower heart rate ranges. So you don't have to work harder. You got to work smarter. And the lower your heart rates are in that 55 to 65% range is where you're going to burn your fat. That's your stored fuel. That's what I call it. You're going to burn it more efficiently. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you have any questions about heart rate training, put in the chat box. We can talk more about it, or I'm happy to private message you and give you some more information on that. I've been a fitness trainer for 24 years. I work with people from 50 to 95. I teach indoor cycling classes that kick people's butt, whether you're young, old, new to spin or not. And then I also do things just to keep us conditioned. So depending on what you're looking for, what your goals are, but here's my mantra for you today. It is your road and your ride. Okay, so at any time I'm doing something, you're like, I'm going to back off. Remember, it's okay. Or if I'm doing something, you're like, come on, I got more than that, then crank it up. It's up to you. So I'm going to put my guide away. Next is I've got this resistance band. Now we're coming up, this is the first of 4 classes, or 4 lives, I should say. This one's just a 101 basic. Then next week, I'm going to do a ride to improve your leg strength. I'm going to really focus on legs more, even though it's upper and lower. And we're going to go into what the gallop means, because that's a cool feature of the Velocycle, that you can actually gallop. And I'm not going to do it today, so you have to tune in next week or watch the recording to understand and see my form on the gallop. It's very cool. I love it because it really works your legs. Then the following week, I'm going to be doing a ride to work on upper body strength. And the last of our 4 in our series is upper and lower body. So I like to have this resistance band to work our upper body as well. So have one of these handy, or I had a loop around here and I don't know what I did with it, darn it. Or a loop. It's a band like this, but it's just a loop. If you don't have it, either one of those, it's okay. But it's just a nice tool to have, and they're pretty inexpensive. And the loops come with our Lifepro other products. So if you've got a vibration platform, you probably have a whole bunch of loops at your disposal. The next thing that's super important before we ride is a water bottle. And our Velocycle has a water bottle holder, so that's awesome. It's super important to be hydrated before you ride. That way your muscles are going to have a little more energy in them, and you don't want to wait till you're actually parched to hydrate, because that way you're already dehydrated. You want to be well hydrated. I think about drinking water like cooling down your engine. So you've got a question: how do you start when you're 59, overweight with bad knees? Where do you buy the bike? We are going to actually put a link on this chat on where you can get the Velocycle through Lifepro. And you know, if you have bad knees, I teach, like I said, I've been teaching indoor cycling, gosh, I've been a trainer for 24 years. I've been teaching cycling for over 20. And I have people that have super bad knees that the biking is one of the best things to strengthen all your muscles, your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, your hamstrings, your calves. And you don't have any impact on your joints. So, and if you're overweight too, you know, you're going to burn some calories. You're going to burn fat. And you are definitely going to condition your heart to work longer periods of time in those zones. So this product, honestly, I mean, a lot of my clients come in to see me, and I get them on this bike for just a 3 to 5 minute warm up, and they're kind of surprised how much energy output it takes. So you start slow, maybe it's only 5-10 minutes, and then you increase your intensity and your duration. That's what we're talking about, to improve your performance and to actually lose weight. So here's our format today. I'm going to warm you up for about 5 to 10 minutes, give or take. We're going to do only about a 10-minute ride, and then we're going to do a cool down and stretch, because it's super important, A, to warm up, and B, to cool down and stretch. Needless to say, the ride is the ride, but the before and after is just as important. I'm constantly giving my clients a hard time to, they'll get off the golf course, or they'll get off the tennis courts, or they've got done with a hike or a bike ride, and they don't stretch, and they wonder why they're tight and sore. So we're going to make sure you understand and show you how to properly stretch. So let's begin. I'm going to just put my timer on so I can show you some intervals. Come on to the bike. Oh, by the way, one more prop besides water: towel. So this is a regular hand towel, okay? So you need just something, because we're going to use that today for our warm up. Now, your bike height depends on your leg length. We're going to sit on the seat, and if you haven't been on one of the Lifepro bikes, the Dash or the Velo, you're going to be pleasantly surprised at how comfortable this seat is. It really, really is. Spin bike seats aren't so comfortable. And you can see there's in my pedals, I have guards here that I like to use just in case my foot slides out. It's going to keep me from letting my foot drop off the pedal. So that's pretty important. We have 8 gears, so I'm going to have you turn all the way off to 0 gears, or 0. Actually, it's 1. So all the way to the left, you're on 1. Okay. You're going to press the button in the middle. That's our panel that gives us all the information we need about our ride. Everything resets to 0. Okay. And we're just going to start, and I'm just pedaling my legs. I'm going to tie my hair up so it doesn't get in the way, because I know I'm going to get a little warm on this. So I think Lauren just put the link in for how you can order this bike. So check that out. I also recommend, you got the water, you got the towel, you have some music, some of your favorite music, because music definitely, it changes, distracts us. It might increase your energy. You feel a song, you feel the beat, and you pedal to the beat. What I like about our Velo on our panel is we can see our leg speed. We can see the time that we've been on it. We can see the distance we've gone. We can see our heart rate, and we can see our calorie burn. So there's a lot of information on this panel, which is awesome. Okay, folks, so let's go ahead and start here. We're gonna take our towel, and this is the long way. Okay, here's like just the towel. I'm taking the ends. I like it long. And you're gonna push out, okay? Pull that towel apart. Let's take an inhale, bend the elbows, exhale, pull it behind your head. You're gonna do this about 3 or 4 times. Now, if you're really tight and you can't get it behind your head, bring it in front of your chest, okay? So you come up, bring it down, arms up, pull it across the chest. And again, if you can bend the elbows and pull it behind. I don't want your head to come forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Breath is super important when we're doing aerobic activity. 1 more. Great. And now we're going to take that towel and kind of row it like this would be just a bicycle with your arms. I want to make sure your shoulders and your elbows and your wrists get a nice little warm up, as well as your legs. Reverse your bicycle of your arms. And just get those shoulders. You can see my shoulders rolling a little bit. You're already getting warmed up in the upper body. Can you feel that? I sure can. Great. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to take that towel behind our neck. Now, you're not sweaty yet, but you will be. Gently pull the towel forward and your neck presses back. You're going to look to your left side. You're going to look over to the right. Pulling your chin and look left and right. And do that with the breath. Inhale. Turn your head, exhale. And 2 more of these. I do about 3 to 5 reps. One thing that, if you have followed me in any of our live streams, I'm a stickler on where your head is. We don't want your head forward. Even though your body will be pitched forward, it's super important that your head stays in alignment with your spine for a million reasons, which I won't go into right now. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with the towel, so you can set it here. I'm going to have you interlace your hands now and stretch those fingers out. Okay, and then reach up to the sky. Put your hands behind your head. We're going to bend, bring the elbows forward. Exhale, look towards your belly, and then inhale, lift up. We're rounding the upper spine. Exhale and inhale. We've only got about 20 more seconds here, okay? So we're going to warm up that body a little bit more. And back. Last time. And back. Now your eyes gaze forward. I'm going to turn my head to look at you. I hope you have your screen right in front of you, because it'll be better than you always constantly turn your head, although I am turning my head. Hands here. We're sitting nice and tall. You can put a soft bend your elbows and lift your chest up. I don't want you to come shrugging, okay? We're not doing this kind of stuff. It's not going to help you at all. You want the posture nice and zipped up, okay? Drop your ear to your left shoulder. Feel the right side stretch. Chin in. Drop your ear to the right shoulder. Notice which side is tighter. Breathe into that tightness. Do it again. Eyes looking toward your screen, your panel, and then the other way. Great. 1 more time. Excellent. Okay, folks, add on. Let's gear up. I call it gearing up. Add 2, maybe 3. You're going to feel some resistance here. Now, reach forward. I'm hinging from my hips, and I'm going to reach forward, dropping the shoulders down. My butt is pushing into the back of the seat. I like that feature. Arms are straight and long, my shoulders are down. Your shoulders can lift up off and drop them down, okay? And you're looking toward here. I like the feature of the lights. That way I can see what my panel is doing all the time. I can really read it and see where my speed is, where my time is. It's awesome, okay? Hang out with me here for a couple more breaths, a couple more cycles. Now, when we talk about the pedal stroke, I want you to think about this. I'm going to go slow for a second to show you. Knee up is 12 o'clock. Toe forward is 3 o'clock. Foot down, I'm dropping my heel. That's 6. I pull back, that's 9. Okay? So I want to think about those 4 marks as the 4 points of a clock. You're going to try to find a nice smooth circle. You're not pushing up and down or forward and back. It's up and around and pull in. So I'm exaggerating. I'm really digging my heel in, toe up. I want to get a full circle. So my ankle will get some action too. Okay, so concentrate. Many times people toe down on a bike and you're not really, it's not very safe. It's not very effective for your knees. You want to get your ankles to plantar and dorsiflex, or point and flex, okay? Super important. You'll get a lot more calf work happening here. You'll work your back of your legs a lot better. So it's very important. I think of it as dragging your heel. If you had gum on your shoe, you're dragging that heel, trying to get the gum off the bottom of the foot. Make sense? Okay, so we've had about 5 minutes plus on here, just at a nice pedal stroke. We've leaned forward. Now we're going to start engaging. We're going to pull back. We're going to bend the elbows, and we come up to our first full extension of our chest and bend of the elbows and reach forward. Now, I don't want you always dropping forward like this. You're going to find a place where you have a little bit of tension up and then arms forward. You bend the elbows, exhale. I'm pressing my heels down. Inhale forward. So you see, I'm not going fast and crazy on this. I'm not worried about my speed right now. I want to think form. Form and function are both important for the quality of our ride. Okay? Quantity, meaning time that we ride, will come, but I want to make sure you're in the best possible alignment to get the best results. You'll feel your abdominals, you'll feel your back muscles. And I always say the language of your core is feeling. Elbows down, shoulders down, reach forward. If you find you're getting tired, you simply bring your hands back. It's okay, but I don't want you sinking. I want you to feel that lift up off the seat. How are you doing so far? Are you getting warmed up? I'm actually feeling my heart rate rise. Let's check. Let's lean forward and put our hands on the on our heart rate sensor and see where you're at. Okay, when I first came, before I got online here, my heart rate was at 72, and I'm at 86. So I'm at the very beginning of my aerobic place. So that's just kind of for general fitness, okay? If I go over 150, which I won't go today, I'm working at really more of athletic training here. Okay, nice and easy. Are you ready to do this? Now we're going to do for 30 seconds. Actually, for 1 minute, we're going to row and pedal. So let's add a gear. I'm at gear number 4. Remember, there's 8. And we're going to pull, exhale, and inhale. You may want to count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. My back is up against the seat. I'm not dropping forward. I'm keeping a nice firm line in my spine, bending my elbows. We're halfway there. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember those heels and toes. Drag that mud off your foot. Stay with me. We have 15 seconds. Exhale. Inhale. Blow out of the mouth if you want. Inhale back. And one more time. And release. Okay, so take that gear off completely. Let's go to 1 and shake it out and grab some water. So that's just a quick little interval of alignment. How's everything feeling so far? Thumbs up. In my class, I'm like, I always do this. Like, I want to make sure you're okay. Okay, thumbs down either means the music's too loud or you're not feeling so great. Just a couple deep breaths, let your heart rate come down. Now, another thing I want to talk about is how you grip, okay? The index fingers, the pointer fingers, people tend to really grip tight with those. I like to think about the pinky, the ring finger, and the middle finger. They're doing the gripping, and I call these gunslinger hands. Can you see I'm kind of, those are my guns, okay? So I want to make sure I'm going to show you this. I don't want a tight grip. I don't want to white knuckle it. I let my index fingers kind of point forward. Let's see, I have one on order. How often do you do the class? We'll be doing this class for the next 4 weeks, every Thursday. And then it will be on recorded, so you'll be able to do the class anytime that you want, which is really kind of cool, isn't it? So it might be the morning you feel like doing the class, you can go onto YouTube and find it. Maybe tag it as one of your favorites, and you have access to it all the time. And then we'll pull here. I'm excited that you ordered it. I can't wait. If you have any questions, you can always private message me. I'm also on the Lifepro VIP page, and you'll be a member of that if you're not already. And if you have any questions, and myself or anyone in the team will be happy to answer your questions. Okay, let's do that one more time. And release. Okay, everything goes. I'm going to take it down all the way to a 1 again. I'm actually using 2 hands. Let's see how long will it take. I'm excited to. I don't know how long it will take to get your bike. I really don't. If they're in stock, they ship them right away. That's a good question. Lauren, do you know how long it takes to ship things out to clients? Maybe she can answer that, or someone else can. So we're just gonna let the heart rate go, okay? Now I'm gonna crank it up a little bit, guys, okay? It's up to you. Remember, your road, your ride. I like 4 is like my moderate. I'm right in the middle between 1 and 8. I'm gonna take it up to 6, okay? So I talked about hands, okay? I've got the gunslinger hands, pretty light grip. Let's see, order next week. Yeah, I think it's going to come next week. Perfect. I can't see that far, so I'm like kind of straining to look at my screen. Okay, let's go. We're going to start again. You're going to go to whatever feels good for you. I'm going to take it up to 6. Now I can really feel. Let's get into the pedal stroke first. Heels and toes. Feel the ankles. Now I had my hands up here. Okay, I'm going to bring them to my sensors now, and I'm going to pull. Okay, watch my fingers. Here's an option, guys. You might want to try this. Underhand grip, okay? So I'm releasing and I'm pulling, okay? Is there some required? Yes, and I'll tell you what. It takes about maybe 35, 40 minutes to put this bike together. It's not that difficult, I promise you. I put together the dash by myself. My fiance put this one together, and it wasn't difficult. The instructions are pretty good. Now watch my hands, I'm up here. When I go up here, my elbows go wider. So I'm getting more chest open. The back muscles between my shoulder blades are working. When I come here, I'm working biceps, front of the arms. When I come here, I'm working a little bit more of my middle core and my lower back. So you have options, right? Just in the way you handle and you can alternate this. And in the class that I'll be doing that's upper body, we're going to do a lot of arm work. But know that you can hold at different places. Okay, let's go one more time. And release. Okay, that was pretty heavy gear, so let's gear down. Okay, flush it out, flush it out. Grab some water. Let's see, mine will be delivered tomorrow. That is so awesome. I'm so excited for you. And this will be on there, okay? So you'll be able to play with me on it. You'll get it tomorrow, you'll put it together, and you'll get right on YouTube and find this video. Okay, guys, let's see. We're going to go 2 more intervals. Now, I'm going to show you about interval training a different way. Dial into what feels good for you. I'm going to go about 5, okay? Notice I never went up to 8 yet. Not yet, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 5 pumps fast and then 5 pumps slow. Are you with me? Take a breath in, prepare. You're going to pull, exhale. 1, they're a little, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are quick little ones. Now slow. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it. Inhale. Press down through the heels. Exhale. Hold it. There's 3 to go. Inhale. Remember, it's not the index fingers. I want the pinky finger and the ring finger. 1 more. Ready for those 5 pumps? Let's do it. Little ones. Exhale. Quick legs. Quick legs. Quick pulls. 1 more. Now we go slow. Inhale. Long exhale. Drop your heels. Lift your toes. Inhale. Watch my grip. I'm really light here. Pull those shoulders down. Pull your belly in. You have 2 more. And we're going to take a heart rate check in a moment. 1 more. Last set of quick ones, okay? Little pumps. Pull, push, pull, push, pull, push. 2 more. Okay, here we go. Slow. Exhale. You can go slow legs or you can go slow arms and quick legs. See the options here? You'll never be bored. I promise you. And plus you add some cool, some really good rock and music, and then I'll get you going. 1 more time. Okay, let's take that gear down all the way. And then let's check your heart rate. I know my heart's pumping. Just focus on your breathing, slow legs. And there's my instant read on my heart rate. Okay. I was at 72 when I first started, or at 68. I am now at 92. Yeah, this is starting to be a little more aerobic for me. I'm getting up in that next zone. Nice and easy. So let's go ahead and release. So that's the basics of your ride, okay? We have good alignment. We have good full pedal speed. I didn't go up to the heavy gears today because, as I said, we're going to do a strong lower body workout next week. I just want to get used to that. So let's go from our cool down, okay? You're going to reach your hands interlace just like we started. I'm on 0 gear, or gear number 1. Tuck your chin, blow all your air out. Reach up, take your hands behind your head, open your chest. Now we worked a lot of the back body, but the front muscles work too, so I want to make sure you open things up. Look forward, press down with your left leg, and lift up with your right elbow. Feel that stretch on the right side of your body. Come back to center, and do the other side. We want to make sure, even though we're in the sagittal plane, that's front and back, I want you to be able to work your whole in different planes. The transverse plane, the frontal plane. We want to move things around in all different ways because that's how we deal a lot with life. Come on back and roll your shoulders up. I want to make sure your heart rate's down low. And instead of putting down our sensors, check with your breathing. Can you breathe in slowly and breathe out slowly? Now, I think I'd like to take about 1 minute to 2 minutes of when we quit our class or quit our biking, quit our leg speed to make sure we're really down there. Then we're going to stop the pedals. I'm going to take one leg out. I want you to roll your ankle. Think about that big toe as a paintbrush, making a circle in one direction and then the other direction. Because we did a lot of pointing and flexing, so we want to circumduct, right? Put the foot back in, and let's do the other side. My one leg is straight, this right leg's hanging in. You don't have to look at your foot, you just have to think. Big toes making a circle. I bet if you look down at your foot, it's not really a circle, but you want to think circle thoughts. Reverse the circle. That's it. Now you have another option. I love to give you options. Stay seated on your bike, okay? And take your hand and grab it behind your thigh and just kick your leg out back and forward a few times, okay? Just let it kick, relax, okay? Take that knee and make little circles little circles, kneecap circles in one direction, right in the hip, and then the other way. Great. And then you're going to stretch your leg out, point and flex. Feel your quad contract, your hamstring stretch. You can put the leg in front of the pedal and just get that nice long line, okay? And we're going to do that on the other side. See, I haven't gotten off the bike yet and I'm already stretching. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to grab onto the knee and we're just going to kind of shake the leg out a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to make circles. You can hold on to the back of the thigh or the kneecap and go in one direction. They don't have to be big, but I want, again, to feel a circle. My hips are still. It's just my knee that's, my thigh bone turning, and then the other direction. There you go. And just be kind to your hip joints. Okay, and then let's straighten our leg out. You can hold on and press out, or you can reach down and like you've got your foot on the brake and you're pushing down, your toes pointing up. You're going to stretch the behind the leg, and you're going to feel the front quad contracting. Just lengthen your hamstrings out. Great. Now let's come on off the bike. So the free leg, the outside leg, is going to go back, and my front leg is right at the toe of the bike. Okay, so I'm going to bend in, and this back leg is going to get a nice calf stretch. My hips are forward, my front knee's bent, equal weight left front to back, and reach your hand up and put your hand behind your head. This hip flexor is going to stretch out. You're going to lift the chest, hold the head. It's a beautiful stretch for the front of your body as well as the back of your calf. Okay, let's do that again. Breathe in, exhale. I'm holding on. It's not about balance here. It's about stretching. Great. Now we're going to take this front leg, and once again, I'm holding on to the bike. I'm going to bring this screen down just a little bit to make sure you can see my feet. Okay, I'm going to hold on, or the seat, and I'm going to sit back. There's my hamstring stretch. Okay, you can tap the toes a little bit, but I want to get that nice right into my thigh bone, into my hip socket, and stretch out that whole back of the leg. It served you well in class today. Okay, now we want to work on stretching the quad, so you've got a couple options. If bending your knee and holding onto your ankle like this is difficult, because it's not always easy for everybody, but see how I did that? I brought my knee up, I grab onto the ankle or the shoelaces, and I drop my knee down, and there's the quad stretch. If that's not in your game plan today, fear not. What I want you to do, hold onto your bike, and you're going to take your toes onto the center, and that way you can rest your toes and you push your hip forward, and there's your quad stretch. That way you don't have to worry about holding on to anything, but you want to just lengthen out. It's a big muscle. It's one of the heaviest muscles in our body too. It's got very dense fibers, so you want to stretch that out. That should feel really good. And then the last stretch we'll do is for the glute and the piriformis. So it's called a figure 4 stretch. I'm going to kind of be on an angle, and I'm going to put my foot up so that my knee is pointing out. My foot rests. Even if you've got big feet, don't worry about theirs. You can rest it somehow. And let this knee open and close. Okay? Just open up the inner thigh. Now, if that feels good, stay there. Otherwise, you're going to bend your knee and bend your standing knee and sit back. And there's your hip stretch right there. If it feels good, you can lean into it, but I don't want you to round your back. I don't want you to drop your head. Long, long spine from hip to head. Oh, this is my favorite stretch, I have to tell you. So we're going to do that on the other side. I'm going to turn my bike around so you can see me. Look how easy it is for me to turn this bike. And I'm on carpeting, right? Okay. So we start with inside foot forward, outside foot back. And by the way, when you take your leg back, your toe might be pointed out. I want everything to point forward, like you're on railroad tracks. And the feet are as wide as the hips. You're going to bend this front knee so your heel presses down. You can bring that leg back further, but if your heel starts coming up, you're missing the stretch, okay? Get a nice big stretch. This hip, I want to push it into my hands. I'm pushing forward, I'm squeezing my glute. Reach up, take your hand behind your head, and push your head back and feel that stretch from the armpit to the waist, to the hip, to the back of the calf. Oh, it's so good. and then stay there for a breath or two. Put a smile on your face. You're almost done. This should be the good part. This should be the feel good part. Okay, now step forward. The other foot goes back. You're going to pivot, hinge from the hips, hand on the thigh for support, and pull that outside leg back. There's your hamstring stretch. And just stay there for a couple breaths. Hold on to your bike, hold on to your thigh. You can point and flex your toes. Great. Our next stretch is our quad. So option one, knee comes up, grab on, and you drop the knee down. You can see my knees are side by side. Ultimately, I want the knees side by side, and my shoulders back. Okay. Let that go. Feel that length from hip to kneecap. Great. And now you're going to release this, and we go into the inner and outer hip. Put your foot on here and wave the knee. Now, if you're pretty darn flexible, you may grab on and put your foot here. But if you're not, I have pretty good hip mobility. This is not a big deal. If you're not, bring it down here, okay? But the main thing is I want you to sit back. I want you to sit into this piriformis and glute. But I kind of like the middle of the bike, so I'm hoping that you can get to that area, bend your standing knee, hold on for support, and push that butt back. There's your stretch. Nice big breath in and out. Great. So I see a comment. An impressive low impact aero. Yeah, this is such a great combo. I'm so glad that you like this. Honestly, great value. Lifepro's got great value. And by the way, if you guys aren't familiar with this, customer service is amazing. You have any products, you're going to register in 14 days. Within 14 days, customer service support is amazing. Our community is amazing. So let's end with one more stretch, okay, everybody? Feet side by side. Take a big inhale here. On the exhale, hands go to the thighs. I'm going to show you from the side. Tuck your chin, forearms to the thighs, drop your head, shake your head, relax your shoulders. You did something really wonderful for your entire body today. So with a little bit of gratitude, take a nice big breath in. Exhale, press into your heels, roll up, reach up, inhale, and then bring your hands to the heart center. I want to thank you so much for bringing me into your home today. And I can't wait to see you next week with your Velocycle. We're going to work a ride to improve your leg strength. So get ready, stay hydrated. And by the way, keep drinking water. I've been talking so much, I keep forgetting to drink, but keep drinking your water. I want that whole bottle done before you get out of the room, okay? And make sure you hydrate well before. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time and effort. Hope to see you next week. Have a happy, safe, and healthy today.